Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's Teacher Walter who is back again within the Mathematics Senior 6, and we are on Unity 1 of complex numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, on our previous lesson we talked about the nth roots of a complex number. So here I'm back for an nth root of a unit. What is a unit, ladies and gentlemen? If we mean a unit, it means that here z will be equal to 1. Now, if z equals to 1, ladies and gentlemen, we need to find also its polar form, the polar form of a unity. How are we going to find the polar form of a unity? Here, ladies and gentlemen, I must find the modulus of z. The modulus of z here will be equal to x, which is 1 squared plus 0 squared. And this will be equal to square root of 1, which is always 1. So the modulus is 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I also have to find the argument. The argument of z, ladies and gentlemen, which is equal to 1. We can see here that x equals to 1, and this is positive. And remember that if x equals to 1, it is tan inverse of y is 0 over 1. And this will be tan inverse of 0, ladies and gentlemen. And now if we have tan inverse of 0, we shall see that this will be equal to what? It's like they are asking us which angle that its tangent is 0, and that angle is none than 0. So we shall see the angle is 0. The argument is 0. So if we try to write z, which is equal to 1 in the polar form, we shall see it will be equal to 1, then cosine 0, ladies and gentlemen, plus sine 0, which is always equal to 1. So ladies and gentlemen, because here we shall see that cosine 0 here is always 1, and sine 0 is 0, and I shall get 1. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have to look for the nth roots. We know the formula for the nth roots of any complex number. We know that zk equals to r, the nth roots of r, cis theta plus 2k pi plus 2k pi over n. Now, ladies and gentlemen, n here equals to, n will be asked, of course, but here we have seen that r equals to 1. We shall now see that the nth roots of a complex number unity are given by what? The nth roots of z, which is equal to 1, are given by, they will be given by what? By zk, which is equal to what now? Which is equal to the nth root of 1, then cis theta is 0 plus 2k pi over n. And ladies and gentlemen, you will see that the formula will become zk, which is equal to 1. Of course, it will be immediately cis, because 1 times anything is 1. 2k pi over n. And this is now the formula for nth root. And you will see that k is always equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, and we go on. Ladies and gentlemen, if you use this formula, zk cis 2k pi over n, you'll be able to find the nth roots of any complex number which is equal to 1, which means the nth root of a unity z equals to 1. Let's have an example. Ladies and gentlemen, I will ask you, and I give you an example to find the third root of a unity. So, what do we find as an answer to this? Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen that zk for a unity equals to cis 2k pi over n. And now here, ladies and gentlemen, z equals to 1 and n equals to 3. So we are going to get the roots. The first root will be z0. z0 here will be equal to what? It will be equal to cis, of course, 0. Because 2k pi and k is 0, we shall get now 2 times 0, which is 0, times pi, it's always 0, over n, it's always 0. So which is, if we expand, this is cos 0 plus I sin 0. And this will be equal to 1. Because cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0. So we get 1. And now we get the second one, z1, which will be equal to what? It will be equal to 6. If k equals to 1, we shall get 2 pi over 3, because n is 3. So here, ladies and gentlemen, if we have that one, we are going to get what? We shall get now, ladies and gentlemen, if we expand, cos 2 pi over 3 plus I sin 2 pi over 3, ladies and gentlemen. And now here we shall get that cosine 2 pi over 3 equals to negative 1 over 2 plus I square root of 3 over 2. And this is the third root, the second root. Now we're going to get the third one, which is the last one, and is z2. And this is equal to 6. K is 2, and we shall get 2 times 2, which is 4 pi over 3. 4 pi over 3, ladies and gentlemen. And after seeing that the third one is given by 4 pi over 3, ladies and gentlemen, we shall have now here, if we expand, cos 4 pi over 3 plus I sin 4 pi over 3. And this will be negative 1 over 2 negative I square root of 3 over 2, ladies and gentlemen. And you will see that here we have all of the 3 roots. The first one is here, the second root is here, and the third one is here. So we have 3 roots, and we were asked to find the third root of a unit. And now we have 3 here, and these are the ones that we need. What do you observe? Here we have a notice on this, and I will give you this notice before we end. Thank you. I was telling you that after finding the nth root of a unity, we notice something. What do we notice? We shall notice that the sum of the nth root of a unity is always 0. So if we add them, you must get 0. We can prove it. If I prove for you, remember the third roots for unity, the third roots. For if you use the third roots of a unity, we were having 1. The second one was negative 1 over 2 plus I square root of 3 over 2. And the third one was negative 1 over 2 negative square root of 3 over 2 I, ladies and gentlemen. Now if we expand this, what do we get? We get 1 negative 1 over 2 plus I square root of 3 over 2 negative 1 over 2 negative I square root of 3 over 2, ladies and gentlemen. And if you see this, we should see that this will disappear. And now here we shall have 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0, because we have a half which will be negative 1, and then we get 0, which means that the sum of n roots of n unit 1 z equals to 1 gives us 0 as proven from there. And now you will notice another thing. Always the first root of the nth root is 1. You will always see that if you want to find z0, you will always get that it will be equal to 1 if we have a unity. It will always be equal to 1. And if you add all the nth roots of a unity, you must get 0. So ladies and gentlemen, as we have proven it here from the third unity, from the third roots of a unity, we have proven that if we add all of them as found, you have got 0. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we notice from there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you will go and do a homework, which will be to find the n fruits of a unity. I will ask you to find the 6 fruits of a unity. That's the homework of today. It's oral. You go home and find the 6 fruits of a unity. And what will tell you that you are very right is that if you take all the 6 roots and you add them, you must get 0. And a hint now, the first one will be 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for following me, and I invite you for the next lesson. And if you need to see all of what you have been doing so far, all the videos we have done, all notes, all exercise, homework, and details, you will visit our website, which is www.ubumenyi.net. And if you need a lot about videos, you will go to our YouTube channel, which is Ikaramu TV, and remember to subscribe so that you can get all whatever we upload, all videos that we are uploading. And remember also to share it to your friends so that they can also benefit. It was Teacher Walter. I love you, and I invite you for the next lesson. Thank you.